Namaste, I am Beatrice. Thank you for joining me on the yoga mat. Today I prepared a class focused on releasing tension of the hips and the lower back. So let's get started. Let's begin laying down on our back. If you have a yoga belt around, please grab it, or you can use any kind of belt really. Go ahead and lay down on your back. Separate your legs as wide as your mat. Bring your arms over your head and separate your arms as wide as your mat as well, coming into a letter X shape. Close your eyes and begin to take a few deep breaths. Allow your breath to become longer and longer. Soften here. Relax the body completely. We are going to begin by stretching the right side of your body. So flex your feet and go ahead and stretch the right leg and the right arm away from each other. Stretch long the right side of the body. Allow the breath to become longer. And keep reaching the right arm and the right leg away from each other. Stretch long. And then release. Switch sides. Left leg, left arm, stretch long away from each other. Breathe long and smoothly through your nose. And then release. Good. Now let's stretch the right arm and the left leg away from each other on a diagonal. Keep reaching the right arm and the left leg away. Stretch long. And then release. Left arm, right leg. Stretch. Long, deep breaths. And then soften. Good. Now let's stretch the entire body, both legs and both arms. Stretch long. Breathe deeply. Keep stretching longer and longer. And then release. Good. Now go ahead and bend the right leg. Interlace your fingers on top of your right shin and bring the right knee towards the right shoulder. Again, flex the right foot. Don't be too aggressive here, just naturally pulling the knee towards the shoulder. One more deep breath. And then release. Switch sides. Bend the left leg. Interlace your fingers. Flex the foot. Long, deep breaths. Soften the face. Relax the jaws. And then release. Good. Now grab your belt and lift the right leg up towards the sky. Place the belt on top of your right foot and hold the belt, both edges of the belt with both hands. Shoulders are relaxed on the floor. Flex both feet. Squeeze the outer hips in towards each other to stabilize the pelvis. And now stretch the right inner leg from the right inner groin through the right inner knee all the way up to the right inner foot. Push the ball of the foot, big toe up towards the sky. Stretch longer and longer. And then the left leg also stretch from the inner groin through the inner knee, through the inner heel. So make the inner legs longer than the outer legs. But then pull from the outer knees to the outer hips, in. And keep pressing front of the thigh to the back of the thigh, opening the back of the knee. Really feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Deep breath. Good, now move the belt to the right hand, release the left arm down, palm facing up. Move the left leg more towards the left edge of your mat, or you can even come outside of your mat. And now slowly begin to lower the right leg to the side. But keep squeezing the outer hips and lower to the level where your hips remain stuck to the floor. So the left hip is heavy here. Keep squeezing the left outer hip in. Keep the left hip on the floor and open the right leg to the side. And stretch from the right inner groin through the right inner knee all the way through the right inner heel. But pull from the right outer knee to the right outer hip. Squeeze the outer hips in towards each other. Keep the pelvis squared and stable. Breathe deeply. And on the next inhale, bring the right leg back up and release. Switch sides, right leg down, left leg all the way up. Place the belt on top of your left foot and extend the left leg all the way up. Hold both edges of your belt with your both hands, shoulders relaxed down. Begin by squeezing the outer hips in, stabilize the pelvis. Breathe smoothly, deeply through your nose. And again, make the inner legs longer than the outer legs. Stretch from the left inner groin to the left inner knee, all the way to the left inner heel. Press ball of the foot, big toe up towards the sky. And press the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Feel a nice opening at the back of your left leg. Right leg stretches away from the inner groin through the inner knee, through the inner heel, inner edge of the foot. Longer and longer. Breathe smoothly. Soften the face. Relax the shoulders. And then we're gonna bring the belt into the left hand, extend the right arm down, move the right leg to the right corner of your mat, and slowly begin to open the left leg to the side, but keep the right hip heavy. Squeeze the right hip in, right outer hip in, and make the left inner leg longer and longer. Keep squeezing both outer hips in. Breathe here. And on the next inhale, come back up and then release. Place the belt on the side, squeeze both knees to the chest. And now grab the inside of your knees, roll a few times along your spine. And we're gonna make our way to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hands are shoulder width apart, feet are hip width apart. Make your finger bones heavy. Spread the fingers wide, press the palms down. Extend the arms really well and lift the arms away from the floors. Roll the outer shoulders down, so broadness, create that broadness across the upper back. Press into the hands, extend the spine longer and longer. Breathe deeply here. You can bend your knees a little bit and again work towards pushing the front of the thighs to the back of the thighs and lift the sitting bones higher. Make your sitting bones the higher point in your pose. Navel, pull it up and in towards the spine and stretch the spine long. Now work towards straightening your legs, but keep pressing front of the thighs to the back of the thighs. One more breath. Good. Now lift your heels, bend your knees, look towards your hands, walk your feet forward. Separate your feet hip width apart and fold forward into a Uttanasana. You can grab opposite elbows here, just decompressing the back body, soften your trunk over your legs. Keep pulling navel in and shift your weight more into your toes, lifting the sitting bones higher. You can just gently dangle here side to side, back and forward. Neck is relaxed, crown of the head towards the floor. Now change the grip of your elbows. Breathe here. You can keep moving or find stillness. You can work towards straightening the legs, opening the back of the knees. And then place your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to a plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Stay here. Or extend the arms forward for puppy pose, Anahata pose. Good. Gently bring your hands back underneath your shoulders and roll all the way down onto your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press your hands down and back. Squeeze the elbows in. Press the tops of your feet down and roll the shoulders away from the ears. On the next inhale, lift up, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Shoulders back, chest forward. And exhale, release, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Oh, now bend the knee, bend the right knee and open the hips. Stack the hips on top of each other and send the right heel to the left buttock. But don't open the shoulder, square your shoulders. So keep your shoulders just like in downward facing dog. Press the right outer shoulder down towards the floor. Good. Now come on top of your left tippy toes. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and gently step the right foot outside the right hand. Adjust the back leg and then untuck the toes. For a deeper stretch of your left quadricep muscle, you place the left knee further down. Otherwise, you bring it a little bit more forward. Adjust here. Close your eyes and breathe. Soften the hips. You can stay up on your hands, or if you want a little bit more, go ahead and lower down on your forearms. This time you can come onto the outer edge of your right foot and allow the right knee to open to the side. And you can even press the right knee away from you and open the chest to the right. Breathe here. Soften the face. And then slowly release. And heel toe your right foot so you bring it inside your hands, both hands. Tuck the back toes under and straighten both legs. Lift the hips up and back in space. Pull the navel in, coming into pyramid pose. Feet are hip width apart, both toes facing forward. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Squeeze the outer hips, squeeze the inner thighs. Take a deep inhale and lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, fold over your right leg. You can walk your hands back, turn the fingertips to face back as well. Keep squeezing the inner thighs in towards each other, scissoring the inner thighs. press the inner feet down, really grounding through the inner feet, inner heel, ball of the foot, big toe pressing down firmly. Breathing here, keep pushing the right hip back, left hip forward, and then you can come all the way down, bringing forehead to shin. Nose touching the knee. Breathe here. Keep pulling navel up and in towards the spine. Lengthen the spine over the front leg. On the next inhale, come out of the pose. Walk your hands forward, all the way forward, and reach the left leg up, coming into a standing split. You can open the hips here, or you can keep them squared, yogi's choice. But lift that leg higher and higher. You can stay here, or you can grab the right ankle with your left hand and keep pulling the trunk over the leg. Again, bring the forehead towards the shin. Keep lifting the left leg higher and higher. Breathe here. On the next inhale, slowly release. Now bring the right hand on the floor. We're gonna work towards Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Keep pressing the right inner edge of your foot down and lift the left hand off the floor. Begin to stack the shoulders and the hips on top of each other. Flex the left foot. Keep pressing inner foot down. You can keep the gaze down, or you can begin to lift your gaze up towards the sky. I'm struggling to lift my gaze up, so I'm just keeping my gaze down, focusing on my breath. You can stay here, or you can work towards your Chapasana variation by grabbing your foot and press the foot into the hand, open the hips. In your own time, release and step the left foot down. Come into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, place your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect with your breath. On the next inhale, left leg reaches high. Bend the knee, open the hips. Again, let's do 3 big circles with your left leg. Exploring the hips. Notice the sensations in your hips. Take your time, don't rush. One last circle. And when you finish, keep the left knee up towards the sky. Come onto the right tippy toes. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and step the left foot outside the left hand. Adjust the back knee. And again, stay up on your hands or lower on your forearms. Come onto the outer edge of your left foot. Come into that twist. Press the left knee away from you. Breathing here. And then gently release. Again, heel toe your left foot in between your hands. Tuck the back toes under. Straighten the legs and lift the hips up and back. Navel in, left hip back, right hip forward. Scissors, squeeze the inner thighs. And on the inhale, lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, go ahead and bring your trunk over your front leg. You can stay up here, no problem, or if it's too much, you can use blocks. You can even be here. I want you to keep the spine nice and long. Stay wherever you can, holding the pose for a few more deep breaths. If you want to go to a deeper variation, go ahead, connect forehead to shin. Keep pulling navel in, keep lengthening the trunk, the spine over the front leg, the left leg. On the next inhale, walk your hands forward. We're going towards that standing split. Lift the right leg as high as you can and spill the trunk over the standing leg. Again, stay here or grab the left shin with your right hand and bring the forehead towards your shin. Breathe here. Keep reaching the right leg higher, higher, higher. And then release. Let's work towards Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Press the inner edge of your foot down firmly. Find that grounding through your foot. And then begin to lift the right arm up and stack shoulders and hips on top of each other. Find your focus, find your gaze. You can play with your gaze if you want to. You can stay here or work towards your variation. When you're ready, release and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, place your hands, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up on the inhale. Open the hips, stack the hips. Now you have the option to stay here, or if you want to go further, go ahead and flip your dog towards a wild thing. Lift the hips up, open the chest towards the sky. Hello, my love. Good, slowly release, transition. Right leg still up towards the sky. On the next inhale, shift forward and bring the right knee to the left elbow. Twist. You can stay here or you can extend the right leg towards the left. Come onto the inner edge of your left foot and reach the left hand off the floor. Coming into a fallen triangle. Lift the hips higher. And then slowly release. Transition back to option 1, knee to sky. Option 2, wild thing. Lift the hips higher. And then again, transition to twist in plank or fallen triangle. Wherever you are, let's do one more round in your own time, at your own pace. Breathe smoothly. Good, and then let's go back, downward facing dog. Whew. Let's take a child's pose in between. Bring your big toes to touch, separate your knees as wide as your mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, walk your hands forward. Relax chest and chin or chest and forehead on the floor. Take a few deep breaths here. Reconnecting with your breath. Let's take one more deep breath in child's pose. And in your own time, slowly make your way back to downward facing dog. Let's flow through a vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up on the inhale, bend the knee, open the hips. Begin to open, open, open. Stay here or flip your dog, wild thing. Open the heart. Transition slowly. Left knee to the right elbow. Stay here or bring the left leg over to the right. Open the heart. Right arm up. Lift the hips high. Fallen triangle. Good. Slowly transition back. Stop here or full pose, wild thing. Transitioning, plank and twist or fallen triangle. One last time, in your own time, at your own pace. Wild thing. Express yourself. Transition, fallen triangle. Good, and then go back. Downward facing dog. We're gonna step the right leg forward for pigeon pose. Right knee to the right wrist. Right foot to the left wrist as much as possible. Check that the back leg is in a nice line. Stay up here for a few breaths. Explore your body, sensations in your hips. You can press the thigh down more towards the floor. Encourage that outer rotation of the thigh. Take a deep inhale here, lift the spine, open the heart. And exhale, walk your hands forward. Stop on your forearms or go all the way down to sleeping pigeon. Soften here. Slowly begin to come back up. Option one, stay here and you can play around. You have the option to go into a variation. Either mermaid pose, or if you feel that your body is open enough, you can work towards flipping your grip towards king of pigeon pose. Play around with your variations. And when you're ready, release. Let's switch side. You can stay in downward facing dog in between, or you can flow through a vinyasa to plank, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Pigeon left side, step the left leg forward, bend the knee, left knee to left wrist, left foot to right wrist. Again, stay up first, explore, check the back leg. Again, encourage that external rotation of the thigh. Inhaling deeply here, opening the heart, lengthening the spine. And on the next exhale, lower on your elbows or all the way down. Let's take a few deep breaths here, soften. Slowly begin to make your way up. Again, stay here for a few more breaths or work towards your variation, mermaid pose, or flipping your grip. Slowly release. Lower the left hip all the way down and bring the right leg around. Let's prepare for double pigeon pose. Stacking the shins on top of each other. Alignment is feet to knees connection. Widen your seats, coming onto the front edges of your sitting bones. You can press with your hands the feet and the knees down. Option 1, stay here. Or option 2, come forward. Keeping a straight spine. Lower to any level your body allows. And soften here for a few breaths. Slowly come back up. And let's switch side. Right shin on the bottom, left shin on top. Connect knees to feet. Shins stack on top of each other. First press the feet down, knees down. Lift the spine. Stay here or go ahead and bring your trunk forward. Wherever you are, soften and breathe for a few deep breaths here. Good. Slowly begin to make your way out of the pose. Release the legs. Bring your hands behind you, fingers facing forward. Bring your feet on the floor. And let's slowly lower the knees side to side, windshield wipers. Good. Let's come into a Virasana pose. Go ahead and come onto your knees. Bring your knees together and open your feet wide. First, roll the calf muscles out, and then go ahead and sit in between your heels. If you cannot sit in between your heels, you can use a block and sit on a block, or even two, or you can use a cushion, whatever you have around. Go ahead and bring the feet closer to the outer hips, big toes connected to the outer hips. You can stay here, or if you want to go deeper, go ahead and lower down onto your elbows, or all the way down into a Supta Virasana pose. You can reach your arms over your head, grab opposite elbows, soften here. Close your eyes. Keep rolling the outer knees down and release from the inner groins through the inner knees. Squeezing the outer hips in, lengthening the tailbone down towards your knees. And lengthen the torso away from the pelvis. Grow taller and taller. You can change the grip of your elbows. Let's stay here for a few more deep breaths. And when you're ready, release. Begin to make your way back up by pressing into the elbows. And then bring your hips to the side and then extend the legs forward. Give your legs a little shake. Let it go. Now go ahead and stretch the legs forward. Flex your feet. Squeeze the outer hips. Pull the lower belly in. And inhale, lengthen the spine. Reach the arms up. With a straight spine, on the exhale, we are going to lower down. Keep pulling navel in. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower. Keep the spine nice and long and straight. Lower to any level your body allows. And then you can grab your shins, ankles, or feet with your hands. Or if you want to go deeper, you can use a block and grab the block. Or 2 or 5, depending how long your arms are. Keep stretching the inner legs, pressing the front of the thighs to the back of the thighs. So there's no gap between your thighs and the floor. No gap between your knees, inner knees and the floor. Keep pressing the knees down. Breathing here. Each inhale, lengthen the spine, create space. Each exhale, softening into that space. Paschimottanasana pose. Seated forward fold. Let's take a few deep breaths here. And then, in your own time, come back. You can grab the block with you, actually, bring it with you. Let's lay it all the way down on the floor. We're going to place the block underneath the sacrum. So either medium height, or you can explore the highest setting. And then we're going to extend the legs all the way down. So explore which way feels better for your body right now. And then release fully here. Relax the arms, relax the legs. Soften here completely. Soften your face, relax the entire body. And then slowly begin to bend your knees, bring your feet on the floor. Press into your feet, lift your hips, and place the block to the side. Squeeze your knees to your chest. Then release the left leg all the way down. Interlace your fingers on top of your right shin. Ekapada Pavana Muktasana. Now begin to bring the right knee over to the left, coming into a twist. Lowering the right knee towards the floor. Extending the arms. You can turn the head over to the right. Breathe here into your final twist. You can even bring your left hand on the left knee. Releasing here. In your own time, come back to center. Again, squeeze both knees to your chest. And then release the right leg down. Interlace your fingers on top of your left shin. Ekapada Pavana Muktasana. In your own time, begin to make your way towards your twist, bringing the left knee over to the right. Turn the head towards the left. And then slowly release. Make your way back to center. Squeeze your knees to your chest one more time. Now bring your forehead to your knees. Squeeze. And with the exhale, release. Finding your final resting pose. Shavasana. Relax the entire body fully. Soften. Find stillness. Release any tension from your jaws, your forehead. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Allow the breath to flow smoothly through your nose. Now begin to deepen your breath. Gently move fingers, toes. You can move the head side to side. You can gently reach your arms over your head and stretch long. Then bend your knees, roll over to the right side of your body. Let's rest here, pause. Resting your head on the right arm. And then slowly press yourself back up to a comfortable seated, cross-legged position. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, bow your forehead to your hands. I hope you enjoyed the practice today. Namaste.